In this episode, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself effectively and strategically at the beginning of your presentations at work, and to do it in a way that not only will people remember who you are, but they'll also pay attention to your content and value the information that you're sharing. My name is Tanya Suarez, and as your business English coach, today I'm going to help you optimize your presentation introduction. Now, we've all had those experiences where the presenter spends like the first 20 minutes basically talking about themselves, their experience, and their resume. Honestly, I've done it. When I first started giving presentations, that was a trap that I fell into. So I really understand why you're doing it, and it's because you want people to trust you. So you think that by laying out your credentials, that will help them see that you're an expert in the matter that you're speaking of. However, this is not the best approach. And just put yourself in the position of the audience. When you're in the audience, is it boring for you when people do that? Chances are yes, which means you are also boring people when you do that. So don't waste this valuable time going on and on about yourself. People will listen to you if you convince them that you're going to share something that's going to help them. So your background and credentials can add value when they're shared strategically throughout the presentation. I'm going to give you some examples on how you can strategically sprinkle your experience throughout your presentation. However, in the beginning, a simple introduction is sufficient. But here we're again going to optimize it because we're going to frame your job title with the relevant experience. So instead of just saying your name and your title, I want you to keep in mind that the audience probably already saw your name on the meeting agenda, the conference itinerary, or on the PowerPoint slide in front of them. So the way we're going to optimize this is by framing your job in a way that highlights how it contributes to the presentation topic that's happening right then and there. So instead of focusing on everything you've done, you're going to strategically pick the main point that's going to add credibility. So you're going to compare the following two examples of an introduction to a presentation about launching new products to reflect customer demand and increase sales during an economic recession. Option 1, hi, my name is Antoine LeBlanc, and I'm the Senior Sales Analyst. Okay, that's pretty basic, right? That's, let's say, good, decent. However, since you want to take your presentation skills to the next level, we're going to do the strategy of framing the relevant information, the relevant experience. So option 2, hi, my name is Antoine LeBlanc, and as the Senior Sales Analyst, I have over a decade of experience using data to help companies pivot during difficult times. So the second option adds value not only to the credibility of the presenter, but also to the validity of the content that will be presented. So what I did there is I focused on what Antoine, if you will, what Antoine has done that will make the audience understand why his data, why his perception, why his suggestions are relevant and helpful to the situation that they're going through. Now, I know you might be thinking, Tanya, but I have so many things that I've done, and I know that they'll take me more seriously if I tell them about all of my work experience. I love that you think that. Your heart's in the right place, but it's not the best strategy. We want to be concise and get to the point of the presentation. So by doing this strategy, it's really going to help you. By being more concise, you're actually going to be more credible. But about your work experience, so you're actually going to do this throughout the presentation instead of all at once. So I recommend keeping your introduction concise. And remember, if someone really wants to know more about your work history, they'll look you up on LinkedIn or ask you later. Now, yes, your experience helps people know that you're a credible source, but by sprinkling it in throughout your presentation in a more organic and relevant way, it's actually even more credible. So for example, in a presentation about how to work with local representatives for a project, you could highlight your personal experience while sharing valuable tips. Okay, so this is the presentation example. I know that collaborating with politicians can be a bit tricky. I remember when I worked with our city council members on a local education initiative. They were really hard to get in touch with. That's why I recommend getting the contact information for the chief of staff. That's the point person that will help you out the most during the project. So, as always, notice how storytelling is the most effective way. It's interesting, it's more casual, and it really helps you share information in a way that's more memorable. So instead of just saying, make sure you get the chief of staff's contact information, this story highlights that you can empathize, that you've been through it, and that this is something that's important for them, while also sneaking in that, like, you've done work in politics. So I think this will help you really take your presentations to the next level and help people not only get value out of your presentations, but dare I say, enjoy them. As a bonus tip, 2 things that you can do to really highlight this moment and be more memorable as well as a better presenter is to use pauses and reduce your speed. Notice the difference. Hi, my name is Tanya Suarez and I'm a business English coach, and today we're going to talk about. Or, hi, my name is Tanya Suarez and I am a business English coach. So today we're going to talk about. Just by pausing and really highlighting the job title, it makes it more memorable. And from the presenter point of view, it kind of helps you like catch your breath, slow your heart rate, and then the rest of your presentation is actually going to come across way more confident than if you rush through that part. That's all for today, but for more business, English, and communication tips, or to get one-on-one coaching with me, go to tanyasuarez.com.